Hi, this is Tom Nunamaker with Aeromir Corporation. Today I'm going to show you a new tool that I made. A little bit of history before we get into it. Mark Ansel trades a night owl trade alerts, and he trades a block account at Striker Securities, of which I've got a live account that he's trading. And I've been posting the night owl performance in the forum. So what I did is I had a spreadsheet that looked kind of like this. I updated the date and the balance, and then as Mark made trades, I would update the spreadsheet. And Strikers took some execution fees out, and I put that down as cash. That didn't really count as an execution. And then I put all this data into another program that I wrote at another website and also at Aeromir, and it generates all this performance data. So instead of just doing all that work, I just thought, well, maybe I can just do a date and a balance and have it do everything else. So that's kind of what I did. So all I have to edit that date and balance, and it creates everything. And I made it extensible so you can actually do that for your own account. So let me show you how that works. So if you go to the Tools menu to My Trading Systems, now this is Merlin, our parrot. This is my test account. And obviously he doesn't have anything set up yet, like you won't when you first go here. But all you have to do is go create new trading system. And you give it a name. So here I'll just have road trip trades. You make it active, then you can share it. I actually can display it if it's active. If not, and then nobody can see it. And this description is optional, but you can put something like I'm trading the SPX road trip trade, and then using 25,000 of planned capital, something like that. And then we'll go ahead and create it. So now we've got this trading system set, and you can always go in and edit. You can change the name, you can make it inactive, and then that will prevent people from looking at it. Change the description, whatever you want. Maybe you want to add a comma here or something like that. Or if you want to delete it, just click here, and that will delete the whole trading system, including all the data that you entered. So be very careful when you do that. But it's two steps. You have to click that and then update to delete it. So I've just updated it. Now, the next thing is to put data in. So it's pretty easy. All you need is a date and a balance. So it defaults to today. Let's go back, say end of the year. Say we opened it up with the $25,000 account. We'll make it a cash transfer and we'll call it the opening balance. And now it's source newest to the top. So let's go maybe January, I don't know, 5th. Now the account had a couple of trades in that day, and then maybe your account's at 24/9/25, something like that. That's all you need, a date and an amount. So here we go, like 1/10/2019, and let's call it 2024/7/7/7. And I'm just making these up, of course. These aren't really real. 1/15/2019. Let's say you recovered, you went up to 25/090, and I'll put some more data in here. Let's go 25/444, and I'll go and pause the video while I'm doing this so you don't have to watch me put in data. Okay, I'm back, and you can see I've put in some data, basically January, and this one, actually I need to put the year in, something like that. I'll update it. Okay, so we started with 25,000 on the 12/31/2018, and we ended up at 26,147 at the end of January. So there's our data. We had a little broker fee here and the opening balance. Those are cash transfers, so those we'll ignore on the equity charts. So here you just click View It, and here's our description that we put in. And you're logged in, so you'll see links back to the home page and also the trading systems home. And here's the equity chart that it had, the distribution of net returns, and here's all the data for that trading system. And as you can see, it has 66% wins, 33% losses, your compounded annual growth rate, the Calmar profit factor, Sortino ratios, expectancies are all calculated. And here's basically some performance data. So what you can do here is, if you want to hide it, not let anybody see it, just make it inactive. And now if you view it, it'll say, sorry, there's nothing there for you to see. but we know there is, so let's make it active again. And I'll say you want to share this with somebody. You can click here and just view it and just copy that link and send it to somebody. And they will see the same thing, except they won't have these menu options. If they're logged in as a member, they'll see home, but they won't see a link to your trading systems. That's linked to you. You can copy this to the clipboard by just clicking that, and that will just paste, that copies it to the clipboard. You can just paste in an email or something, and you can just click and copy here too. That's another way to get the URL. But you can share this with whoever you like. So if you're in a trading group, or you're managing money for somebody, or you just want to keep track of your own systems and just see how they're doing, this is a nice way to generate some performance data and charts for your equity growth in your account. And you can do this for individual trading systems. So say for the sake of argument, you have a $100,000 account and you're allocating 25,000 to a road trip trade, 25,000 to a parking trade, 25,000 to a bearish butterfly, another 25,000 to another trade. Well, you can just say for that portion of the account, you could edit these, well, the data. So say this was the road trip portion of a $25,000 planned capital out of my $100,000 account. How much of that account is the road trip itself? So you would keep track of your daily P&L and L and just adjust that from 25,000. So say on the 5th, your road trip P&L was down, what would that be, $75? You would change this balance to 24,925, etc. So you just have to calculate the balance for that trade or trading system, and then it can calculate how that trading system is doing, and you can compare, the numbers for each part of your portfolio pretty objectively. So anyway, that's how you do it. You can have as many of these as you want. And again, if you want to just make it inactive, that's fine. If you want to delete it, you can just hit delete, and that gets rid of everything. So that gets rid of the data and the training system, and there's no way to recover it, unfortunately. So be very careful if you do that, because it is not recoverable, and I'd hate to have you put data in and then not be able to save it. In the future, I'll probably have like an export function and import function. So if you put in data, or you want to input into the system, or export it down to your computer to save it as a backup, that's a feature I think that I will add, because that's probably something you might want. But anyway, for now, just go to Tools and My Trading Systems, and you can set this up and have as many as you want. So have at it. Let me know what you think, and enjoy the tool. Thanks. Bye.